Good morning. So a couple weeks ago, I was on this Lilac City Greenway and rail trail, and I was curious about the other side. Right here, there used to be a steel bridge right here going across, and you can see where the right-of-way continued right there. I wasn't sure if I could walk up there, so I contacted the city, and they let me know that the other side is actually considered part of the trail, or what was supposed to be the trail. It's incomplete, but they said that is considered to be public. It does end at the turnpike, or at the exit of a turnpike or something like that, but I think there's a fence over there or something. But yeah, so they said you could walk that, so that's what I'm going to do today. So yeah, you just have to picture a bridge crossing here. Just a pretty standard steel bridge. But obviously, if they want to continue this as an actual rail trail, they would probably have to do something similar to that. Maybe a footbridge. Obviously, it's just something that doesn't have to carry much weight, of course, just for your people walking and biking or whatever. But yeah, let's hop over there and see what we can find. So right off, as you're climbing up, you can see stones from the old structure. It was holding the bridge up there. Some railroad ties sitting right up there. Just a little bit of snow cover here. Not too bad. Making it a little slippery, but I think I can work my way up here. And I did. Yeah, you can just see these railroad ties. It actually looks kind of cool with the snow. Without the snow, looks a little creepy. Let's take a look over here. And it's pretty rare to see that. I haven't seen this before. Sometimes I'll see railroad ties just scattered. Sometimes every so often I'll see like them stacked, like almost like kind of neatly. This is the first time I've actually seen them just thrown down as they were originally laying. Just wanted to show you around. Now, I don't know of any future plans of this rail trail. I might have talked about it in my last video. The only plans I have seen were the original ones when they were discussing it from, I think, 2001. And so when I was talking to someone at the city hall, they said, yeah, that is public right to the highway. But it's on, they have it listed on, one of their plans, probably the same plans for whatever trails. It's not like on like a major trail site like All Trails or anything, because again, it is incomplete. But yeah, you can see quite the elevation here. And that bridge, again, it was just like a regular steel bridge like I've seen on most of the rail trails around here. Nothing too fancy. The only picture I've seen of that bridge, I've seen one. I don't know when it was from. I want to say it was maybe from the 80s, but I'm not positive. But maybe at the end of this video, I'll post just a picture of what that bridge would have looked like. But yeah, they're laying right in a row all the way through. So let's just continue through here. It's not very far. You can hear the Spalding right there. You can probably see the cars going by. But let's see, maybe we can find some things in here. Really hoping to find maybe some telegraph poles. Other than what I saw in Durham, they're very, very hard to come by. So those ones, at least were left alone. They're still standing. And here, they would be very hard to see, actually. They're just kind of blending with everything else. But most I've seen were cut down. So just railroad ties here. And there's a property over here, but that's fenced off. There's a bunch of wire down there for something. I know some properties over here. Sometimes I think I'm seeing like a pole, but I think it's just like for a fence. You can see these do look solid sometimes, but you can see how hollowed out it really is. These railroad ties. Be careful here, it could be a little slippery. I do look up sometimes because you can see like the cross pieces of the poles. Because actually, again, it just looks like everything else. And this is just a general walkthrough. Just show you around. And to let you know, you can walk up here. It's only maybe a couple 100 yards to the highway. And here, this just looks like a tree, but you can see the spike. So when these, I've explained this before, where these railroad ties, obviously they're sort of like square, rectangle, but when they rot away, the inside of it's basically round. So that might just look like a tree to you, but there's a spike giving it away right there. It can be a little tricky. So don't walk past it if you're looking for date nails or something. Check it out, because you'll see that it actually is a tie. There's some kind of electrical, some kind of meter here. Maybe that was used in building this property over here or something, I don't know. Could have been used for something else. Maybe related to the railroad? No idea. So there's a little trail. Obviously somebody made this, and these continue over here. I think I'm gonna look at these over here first. And I'm not really looking for anything specific. Everything's covered with snow anyway. But I just wanted to show you how they were just kind of left here, and all the extras were laid right on top of what's already here. See if I can walk it this way. See the different sizes. Again, the inside of it, it looks like a post, but that was a railroad tie at one time. There's a spike right there in that one. We go through here, because there is a separate trail that goes around. And I'm assuming this was made for these places over here. So here's the tricky part. This looks like I don't know if this was the railroad here, or if, actually it wasn't, because you can see the angle of it now. So it was actually coming through, cutting through here, that way. People see me wandering around the woods behind their place. Look at that. There's a spike right there too. I'll probably just keep this video pretty much continuous, since it's not a long walk. Yeah, I don't see any poles or anything like that. They probably would be hard to see. They would have been cut down. And if they were on, also depending on what side, if they were on this side, it all probably would have gotten removed when they built that place. There's some bricks up here. And some more spikes. If you see the spikes, you know that that was the plate. And if there was a date nail, it wouldn't be far from that. You can see we're already getting close to the fence. Looking for poles. That is actually for a fence, wire fence. Hollowed out, but still standing. Still doing its job, sort of. Not much left here on this end. And again, it looks like, judging by the angle, well, I don't know. So yeah, definitely would have been over here more. We come through here. I don't know, something about it. I like the way it looks with the snow. Just a little bit of snow. You can still kind of make them out. Just a dusting. There's some piles. And chunks of ties over here. Which leads me to believe it angled this way. Wow, how hollowed out those are. And there's actually a nail in there. I don't know if I can read that. There's a date nail. How am I going to, yeah, you definitely can't read it. See how rusted out it is? Can't see anything there. Oh, this is in one. This is something. Cool. And I did show you a video last week of a glass insulator. I didn't find that. I bought it at a flea market for $4. I never see those things. All the miles of rail trails and abandoned track I've walked this past year, I've never seen a telegraph pole, except for in Alton. And those were laying down. So someone definitely took those insulators. Ooh, I think I see another nail down there. Yeah. Move this a little bit. Maybe we can get a good look at this one. Yep, that's a 32. All right, well, a couple date nails. One we couldn't read, one we could. Just leave it right there. And if you're driving down the Spalding past, I think it's exit 11's right over here, but of course you see that sign, Rochester to Lilac City. This is where this is gonna end. So yeah, because of these buildings, I don't know when these were built, but whatever was left here, if there was any poles here, they would have been removed. And like most parts of the railroad, the tracks, the rails, the railroad ties, most of the poles, insulators, unfortunately, just got thrown away. You'll see, I watched some YouTube channels of guys looking for insulators, and they just are digging for them like they're in the ground. It seems like not to put anyone down in the railroad or the companies or anything, but it seems like there's a lot of waste associated with these companies. You hear about these railroads going bankrupt for years ago or whatever, and I'm like, well, no wonder. Not that that's the only cause, but I mean, you see miles and miles of rails just laying in the woods, and it's kind of a shame. But that's just the way it goes. We got over here. There's just a telephone pole. That's it. All right. So that's going to do it from what I would call the unfinished rail trail. I don't know what the future plans are. They'd have to deal with the bridge situation and this. And this, I believe, the next crossing would be on Pickering, where I did see a right-of-way there earlier in the summer. Really thick brush, though. Wasn't going to go walking through there. I might try that sometime. This was the Cochico and then the Boston and Maine. But yeah, just a quick walk out here, show you around. Not too much snow, so I figured I could see a little more here. Can't believe I just walked by and I can see that date now. And my eyesight is not great. They do just kind of stand out to me, and I'm not even looking for them usually. But yeah. All right, so I guess that'll do it from Rochester, New Hampshire. You know, walk that trail, the Greenway. You can look up a map of Lilac City Greenway and Rail Trail. It's basically just a sidewalk, but along that, at first, it's a sidewalk downtown. But along that sidewalk, there's a few whistle posts still standing. There's some railroad ties kind of almost buried, but you can see some date nails. I did see one there over the summer. I think it was in 1947. So there's a pretty cool trail. It just, I guess after all these years, still kind of in the works. They're not sure what they're going to do with it, but hopefully someday they can figure it out. I know on the Rockingham, there's situations like this. There's multiple, I would call them like massive pipe culverts, 6 feet high or more, and that's how they would get underneath the highway so they could continue the rail trail. I guess they never thought past here. Or how, I don't know how they would do it, but it would be cool if it was finished. And again, it won't be listed on any rail sites. You just have to specifically look up the Greenway, the Lilac City Greenway. But yeah, I'm rambling. I'm gonna stop now and go home and warm up. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoy all my videos. I still have quite a few from a couple months ago, continuing on the Rockingham Rail Trail. Those will finish up, I don't know, I probably got 7 or 8 videos left or something. It's a long trail. In total, both ends, like both sides, like 28 miles. So it's going to end up being like almost a 20-part series, but whatever. Anyway, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave some comments. Let me know if you've been up here before. And I'll see you all soon. Take care.